people need to see what happens in the breaks. I mean, you can't even get your head off the table. It's chaos in here. It really is.
Pure pandemonium.
Yeah, this is what happens when you bring boys into the room. Yeah, welcome. So it's been big in the news this past week. Toronto Mayor Rob Ford potentially caught red-handed smoking crack. Apparently there's a video out there that some drug dealer shot and is willing to sell for a couple $100,000 to expose this man to the world. It's been, Jon Stewart is now talking about it on The Daily Show. It's getting play in the States. Jimmy Kimmel talks about, so it's a big story internationally now. And people are donating their money. I've seen on Facebook people said, oh, I put $25 towards it. So my question is, do you really think this guy's going to release this video when he gets the money, or is he going to grab it and run? I'm going to... Is no one else suspicious of this, or is it just me?
Why would he run?
Yeah, why would he run? Because it's not my money going towards it. I don't really.
But why wouldn't you put your money towards it? Do you not want to see it?
No, I'm just cheap.
Okay, fair enough.
That's not my money. I want to see it, but I'm just like, I'm not that type of person. I would rather give to a charity or a worthy cause, the tornado victims. I would give to them 10 times before I gave to see Rob Ford smoke crack.
But some people would say that getting rid of Rob Ford is a charity.
Oh,
well, and yeah, because I mean he's had quite a run in Toronto. He's getting a lot of press for a few dumb things that he's done. I mean, he's just put it out there. He's quite a character.
He's the Marion Barry of Canada, really. Yeah. You guys remember him, right?
I do remember.
From down south. Yeah, he was a.
I don't remember Marion Barry.
He was. I guess he was Washington, I think.
Yeah, he was the mayor of Washington, and he was caught smoking crack. Yeah, but I mean, it's the other things that have plagued Rob Ford.
Oh, it's been a nonstop.
Yeah,
parade
the lies
of
about the drunken driving, his hatred against cyclists.
Walking into cameras.
Being photographed with neo-Nazis, with his arms around. It's like
the Oriental remarks in the house.
It's gone for a lot of his term as mayor.
Yeah.
So I mean, does that not beg the question then? How on earth did he get elected?
Well, he got elected because he was. We really do want to elect people who we can have a beer with.
Yeah.
The guy next door, the guy's going to tell it like it is, right? And we get swept up in that. And as voters, I really think that the majority of us do not spend a lot of time getting to know the options. We have one experience with them, and that's all we do. Someone comes to our door and they're really nice to us, and I'm going to vote for that gentleman, right? And they don't even necessarily look into their policies or what their ideologies are.
Right.
They really go off that. That's why they talk about first impressions are so important. And with Rob Ford, it was. He came out. People were. He definitely didn't come out, but he hit the street with a very tell it like it is attitude, and people, especially because Toronto is there's quite an influx of immigrant population, and so a much more conservative ideology, and so his standing, taking away money from Pride Toronto and all these things, they seem to resonate with a little bit more of a conservative leaning population. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody knew just how
disaster.
Exactly. They wanted to change. Well, they definitely got to change.
And Toronto, I had breakfast with my friend who was living in Toronto when Rob Ford got elected, and I said, "How did this happen?" And he said, quite frankly, the suburbs and the outskirts of Toronto that have a lot of the conservative people who will vote.
They all smoke crack.
No, they don't smoke crack. Anyways,
who are you, Jim Halpert? What was that?
Should I look at the camera?
I wrote the third. That's awesome. Anyway.
This is the fourth one? Anyways, that's where his base is, and a lot of them went out and voted for him in numbers. However, the center of the city is, I guess, the place that he's taking away from, and the place that's not so conservative. So you get your base around your base to go vote for you, and then you can kind of look and kind of.
What does he have to say through all of this?
He's been
nothing.
Mum.
He's been hiding.
Well,
which is very different for him, because usually he has no problem commenting on
Yeah.
It's like
his lawyer spoke up for him. His lawyer said that you can't tell what was in the pipe that he was smoking, so we don't know what it was.
But did his lawyer even say?
It's like glass
levels
pipe.
of wrong?
Did his lawyer even say though that was him? Have they admitted that yet?
Apparently, well, I got my news from The Daily Show, but the quote.
No, there's been no admission, I think.
Yeah, No,
there's been
Rob,
admission.
he's been so mum on this, and because like PR experts are coming out and saying he needs to say something about this.
Yeah.
You need to address it somehow.
But the lawyer did say the thing. One of the
He did say you cannot tell what someone is smoking from a photograph. I don't think he said you can't tell what Rob was smoking.
Right.
It was what someone.
Yeah, he didn't admit to
Okay,
that.
Yeah.
but he also said that you can manipulate video.
Yeah, that was said too, that you can manipulate video. Yeah.
What is it with people in power, people that are famous? I don't know. Like, is it just something that you just go off the edge and you dare everybody? You do stuff that you know is bad.
He was doing this before, no question. Just put up a really good, to my mind anyway, that
How many times? I mean,
you
you hear
campaign
the
really
story.
clean, and nobody looks into it, like you said, and then all of a sudden it comes out, and dude's in public office, and everybody's like, "Well, why didn't we know about this one? Because you never looked into it."
Plus, it is well documented that he lied a lot in his campaign, and those all came out after the fact, which didn't get him
late.
impeached or expelled or expunged, whatever they call it.
But you're right too.
not
I mean, I
expunged.
think that there's some merit to that. That people take on these high-profile positions where they were a nobody before, and they start to buckle under the pressure, whether it's alcoholism or
Fame and
drug
power do
use.
things to people, for sure. Fame, power, and money, right? Is that like?
Yeah.
We should start a charity to help those people.
Yes, really. Let's help Justin Bieber.
Help the famous rich people who are in power.
Used to be famous and rich.
Should we just give money to the Betty Ford Clinic or something?
For all
Nicer
those
beds,
that have
better
fallen
art
off
on
the
the walls.
wagon.
Yeah.
Like, look at poor Justin Bieber. He's just getting such bad publicity.
Oh, poor kid.
What? There's new bad publicity for Justin Bieber?
Oh, I don't know. What did he do? Try to bring a monkey on board someplace.
Well,
Anyways,
that's what you always do. Like when a sitcom is bombing, you bring a monkey on to
Well, yes,
revive it,
that's
right?
true.
So
When did Michael Jackson meet up with his monkey? Because he had the Coco or something. Was it? Oh, what was it?
I don't know that he's the best shining
It's
example.
Bubbles, the
When
monkey.
did Michael Jackson and Bubbles
Yeah.
have a union?
I think it was shortly after the Thriller video, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
So, well, the good thing is that Bieber could be on the down.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be somebody else taking his
Yeah,
spot.
taking his
But the question really is, so when the video becomes released, because obviously it will eventually, provided this drug dealer doesn't run away with the money or just demand more, whatever, will you watch it?
Oh,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah. Oh yeah. I want to. You got curiosity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
I
it's
should probably share it on my Facebook.
Yeah, I don't. I make a point not to watch really dumb or extremely crude things. Like I can't. I don't have the stomach to handle really crude things. But the guy's just doing not just but I can handle it.
And reality TV style society that we have, we love to hate people, and Rob Ford is a very hateable figure to a lot of people, and anybody who's sort of in the middle to left political spectrum does not like the things that he says or stands for, and we just can't wait to see what next the stupid thing is, and we just live for this stuff.
That's a good point. For me, though, too, is I always feel like when it comes to celebrity and having all the money, or if you're in position of power, you've got handlers, you've got people around you that are supposed to keep you contained and corralled, right? So if you're still flying off the rails and doing these things in a public manner, like I kind of question where your head's at and whether or not you should be in that position. Like, for example, a really, really rich person that drinks and drives. It's like, you got all the money in the world, man. You can call any limo to
pro
come get
athletes
you
that do it,
anywhere.
yeah.
It's like, to me, that's even a higher level of stupidity. So I don't really feel bad for those people when they mess up. I kind of almost feel like they should be called on that stuff, because it's like, I don't know, it's not my job, it's not my duty to I'm not trying to change the world. It's not a rescue mission to call out Rob Ford. But at the same time, it's like, man, you are representing an entire city. If you are smoking crack, people should know about that, and people should be able to choose whether or not you get to smoke crack as a mayor ever again.
Especially because the mayor is the person who should be representing the city to the rest of the world. Right. And you have to ask yourself as citizens, is this the guy?
Exactly.
I don't know.
I wouldn't trust a crackhead in my house, let alone running my city.
Yeah, exactly.
The question is, will Mitchell be happy with your representation of his chair on the panel today?
He better.
He's in Vegas.
He has no choice.
He doesn't care.
He's gonna forget about the name of the show by the time he gets there.
Smoking crack in Vegas.
Mitchell, don't do it. Was that the end? I didn't want that to be the end.
Well, it is now.
It is
Sorry.
now.